Right, so during COVID-19, the world has not stopped, which, you know, for some of us it feels like it has, but with everything that's going on, many people have not realised that actually we've got some employment law changes that have just come into place this week. So I thought I'd just give you, in this video, just a brief update on what the employment law changes are, just to keep you on top of those as well. So as every April comes, we've got changes to the wage policies. So the national minimum wage has increased. So for 16 to 17 year olds, this was increased from £4.35 to £4.55 per hour. The national minimum wage for 18 to 20 year olds will increase from £6.15 to £6.45, and for 21 to 24 year olds, it's increased from £7.70 to £8.20. And the national living wage for workers aged 25 and over is going to increase from £8.21 to £8.72. Okay. Then we've got the apprentice rates. So the apprentice rates for those under the age of 19 or in the first year of an apprenticeship is increasing from £3.90 to £4.15 an hour. So you need to make sure that your payroll systems, etc., are all fully up to date to reflect them changes that came into effect this week. Okay, next we are on to contracts of employment, and this is quite a big change for employers, and for many people it's gone completely under the radar. So with the effect from the 6th of April, all employers now must provide the written particulars to an employee from the first day that they start working. So what does this mean? So whether you provide employees, new starters, with a contract of employment or a written statement of particulars, as people call it, usually that's more of a one-page document rather than a full contract, you've got to provide that document before an employee starts work rather than at some point when they've started work or prior. The law now says an employee must have that document before they start work and have had time to read it and reflect on it, etc. So you must make sure that that's in place. Now, you know, many small businesses are still not giving out contracts of employment or written statements of particulars. I would highly encourage you to give us a call if you need some help with that. It is a legal requirement to provide somebody with a written statement of particulars or a contract of employment, one or the other. You must do it, and from the 6th of April, you must do it to people. You must do it to employees and give them to employees before they start work. So please don't forget that. So if you need some help with your contracts of employment or your written statement of terms or particulars, then please do give us a call. 01422 897 152. We've got a full HR team that are here and ready to help you. So we're going to go on to the holiday pay contractual change that's come into effect from the 6th of April now. And this is a holiday pay reference period. So the reference period used to calculate holiday pay for workers with variable pay changed with effect from the 6th of April. So variable pay typically usually means 0-hour workers, you know, those that are on 0-hour contracts. And the change means that holiday pay needs to be calculated on an average hours worked over 52 weeks and not the 12 weeks immediately preceding the employee or the worker's holiday. So that's the change. So I'll just go through that again for you. The change means that the holiday pay needs to be calculated on the average hours worked over a 52 weeks period and not the 12 weeks immediately preceding the employee or the worker's holiday. Unpaid weeks are excluded from this reference period, so it requires an employee to count back over a year into the past. There's going to be a limit of 104 weeks worth of data there. So if after that there's still not 52 weeks worth of data, the employee will use an average over what data they already have. So you just remember, you do not use any weeks where the employee has not worked at all. So you've got to find 52 weeks worth of data where an employee has worked for 52 weeks of a period, and you can use 52 weeks over a 104 week period over a 2-year period. Okay, and if you need any help with that, that's quite a complex one that people need to get their head around. We get a lot of queries on terms of holiday pay and how to calculate holiday pay for people that are working variable hours. If you need any help with that, give us a call, 01422 897 152. Right, okay, so we're going to do a tough topic now in terms of employment law changes, and that's parental bereavement leave. Okay, so from the 6th of April 2020, any parent who suffers the loss of a child under the age of 18 or suffers a stillbirth, which is after 24 weeks of pregnancy, will be entitled to 2 weeks statutory leave. And if that employee has at least 26 weeks continuous service, then they're entitled to a statutory rate of pay during that period. And from the 7th of April 2020, that'll be the lower rate of £151 per 20 per week, or 90% of the employee's weekly salary. And I would really highly recommend that employers put a policy in place for parental bereavement leave. Now, they're entitled to 2 weeks statutory leave, and that can be taken in either a 2-week block, and that might be immediately after the death of the child, or they can take it in 2 1-week blocks within a 12-month period. So, for instance, an example of that may be that they may take a week after the death of their child, but they may take a week coming up to the 12-month point, where they may take a week because it's the anniversary of the child's death, and so they may struggle with that period. So they may take it in 2-week blocks, but do remember that employees are now entitled to parental bereavement leave of up to 2 weeks statutory leave if an employee has also been employed for 26 weeks or more. Then they're entitled to a statutory payment as well. Once again, I really encourage you that you put a policy in place with regards to parental bereavement leave, and also many other family-friendly policies like your maternity, paternity policies, etc. This is where this policy should sit. If you need any help, then please do give us a call, 01422 897 152.